The next part of this class is drafting out the back pattern. And to draft the back pattern of this dress, we are going to come down by ½ inch at the pattern paper, which will serve as the starting line of our pattern. I'll go ahead to rule out a straight line at that point all the way down. The next step is to start marking our measurement. You mark your shoulder to bust at the front. Now remember, the next measurement for the back is your shoulder to waistline, which you're going to take your half length measurement. Now after that, you're going to mark your blouse length. Like I said earlier, your blouse length shouldn't be something that is too long. So I'm using 5 inches after the waistline, just like when we were drafting the front pattern. After marking your shoulder to waist at the front, we added extra 5 inches. Now whatever measurement you have from the waistline to the blouse length of the front, it should also correspond with the waist to blouse length of the back. So I'm adding extra 5 inches to it. I'll go ahead to remark all this measurement, and I'm going to take it all the way down to the lower part of this pattern. Also remember, you will not be needing your shoulder to under bust line for the back pattern. Now place your ruler and go ahead to connect your pattern. So after you're done connecting the lines, you indicate where you have your bust, your waistline and your blouse length. Now after marking this out, we are going to take or insert our measurement by marking the shoulder measurement divided by 2, and you will come down by 1 inch from your shoulder slope. Now I'm using a basic neckline of 3 inches for the back, and you connect it to that 1 inch at the shoulder slope to form your shoulder slant. Next is to find your armhole line, and to get that is your bust measurement divided by 6 plus 1.5 inches. What you have, you go ahead to mark it, then take that measurement there, transfer it to the other end so that you're going to have a straight line. So just like I said, if you're drafting this pattern for somebody that has a fat arm or someone that is on the plus size, you can go ahead to use your bust measurement divided by 6 plus 2 inches instead of 1.5 inches. Now this is your chest line or armhole line. Now you're going to go ahead to measure your shoulder measurement divided by 2 again, and you're going to mark this. After marking this, you're going to connect this all the way to the upper part of your shoulder. Place your tape now, and you divide what you have into 2 equal parts and mark the midpoint. I'm going to come in by ½ inch at the armhole, then place my tape and mark the round bust measurement divided by 4. After marking this, I'm going to connect from the midpoint all the way to the upper part of the shoulder and connect to your bust measurement divided by 4, which is on your chest line. Now for the back pattern, we are going to make this very simple and easy. So the measurement you'll be taking is your nipple to nipple measurement divided by 2. That is from one nipple to the other nipple. Whatever you have, you divide it by 2. And you're going to extend this measurement all the way to your blouse length. Go over to your shoulder, measure what you have from the shoulder to neckline and divide it by 2. Now after dividing, you're going to connect from the bust line all the way to the upper part of your shoulder, and this is what you have at this point. Now the next step I'll take is to insert my darts. I'm going to come down by 1 inch at this point from the bust line. You can go ahead to insert your body measurement, then insert your darts and replace your darts later. For the waistline, I'm using a basic dart intake of ½ inch. Then I'll extend that dart all the way to the blouse length. Why I'm taking this dart to the lower part, so that you can cut your back pattern as one piece if you want to, or you can go ahead to cut out your dart and join it together. I'll go ahead to extend this all the way to the other side. So this is what I have after connecting. Let's go ahead to insert the body measurement. Measure your round bust. The bust I have is 33.5 divided by 4. I'll mark, right? What I have is 8.3. Now the waistline I have here is 27, but I'll be taking 2 inches from it, which will give me 26 inches. That 26 inches, I'll divide it by 4. So what I have is 6.5. So I've taken out 2 inches from my waistline. Then I'll measure the dart intake I have there, then replace it by the side. I'll be adding my stitching allowance much later. Now to make sure that what I have on this waistline is 6.5 inches, right, is I'll start my measurement from here. Now what I have here is about 3 inches. Then I will continue my measurement on the other side, just like we did for the front. This 3 inches, I'll take it to where I have 6.5 inches. That means I have replaced my dart that I took out, right? If you don't replace that dart, your measurement will be, it will not be your actual measurement, right? So here I will take my tape and measure the hip measurement divided by 4, and I'll go ahead to mark. After marking that, I'll pick this dart intake I have here. Now I'll go ahead to replace it by the side of the pattern. I'll replace it by the side of this pattern. Now the next step I'll take is also to go ahead to check if what I have is accurate. My hip is 40 divided by 4. I have 10. So what I have here is 3 inches. I'll continue that measurement 3 inches to the other side. What I have there is 10 inches, right? Which is my hip measurement divided by 4, giving me 10 inches. I'll go ahead to connect this, and after connecting it, I'll be adding my allowance much later. After connecting, this is what I have at the side of my pattern. So I'll be adding back the ½ inch, which will serve as the stitching or joining allowance to that of the front pattern of this dress. If you have any questions so far, please kindly go ahead to ask. So after marking this out, now I'll go ahead to connect my pattern all the way from the upper part to the lower part of this dress. After connecting at this point, we go ahead to mark out the neckline. So depending on how or the design you want towards the neckline of the dress, go ahead to do that. So I'm using 1.5 inches. So the back neckline is 3 inches by 1.5. Then I'll go ahead to connect this. After connecting at this point, this is what I have. Now I'm going to come down here by 1 inch. You can also come down more. So you can go ahead to come down more if you want to. So I'll be using my nipple points as a guide, and I'll go ahead to connect this to the upper part of the yoke, creating the keyhole neckline yoke for the back pattern of this dress. So I'll just go ahead and connect this, right? So after connecting, this is what I have. So you can also come down more depending on the design you want to make for the back. Now let's go ahead to work on the hemline. Just like we came up by 2 inches for the front, I'll be coming up by 2 inches for the back. Now when you're drafting your corset, you don't want your back pattern to be too low. Another thing you're considering here is also your comfort, right? Because if it's too low and when you put on your skirt, let's say you're making an inbuilt corset, it will be uncomfortable at the lower part. Also blend out your dart and connect, right? So that it's going to match up at the other side. Now the next step is to determine the spacing or the lacing area. You can use any measurement for your choice. So I'm using about 1.5 inches. If you're the type that like the lacing area to be too open, you can at least use 2 inches, 2.5, 3 inches or use any style line or design at the back. So for this corset pattern, we are making a basic pattern, right? So I'm just going to take that 1.5 down. So this is what I have. Now the next step is to tighten the yoke area and also the lacing area to avoid it popping up at the upper part of the dress. So I'll come up by 0.3 inches here, and I'm going to mark from the sleeve area or the yoke. I'll come in by 1 inch, right? And I'm going to slope it to that point. You're not cutting out your armhole, you're not reducing your armhole, you're just tightening your yoke so that it will not have any form of excess at the back of this dress. I'll just go ahead to shade out. Now the next step I'll take is to go ahead to come down by 0.5 inches here, and I'll also go ahead to connect this to the upper part. So this is what I have here. I will also go ahead to shade it out. So after this, I am done drafting out the back pattern. The next step is just to go ahead to cut this out and transfer your pattern to fabric. So if you have any questions so far, please kindly go ahead to ask. I'll cut this out, and that will be the back pattern for this dress. After cutting out, you can decide to cut out your dart or blend it out, right? Also notch where you have this point, because that is where your yoke will match your lower part of the dress, the lower part of the dress. So I blended out the back, and this is what I have.